Alright guys, welcome back to, Grab and Game. What we're playing today is the Let's Play of Wolf Among Us. I played this a little bit with me today. I am your host, Nutchucks.
Coinbeener over here.
Browbeat!
And Browbeat. And for once, I've actually said his name correctly, not Browbeater.
We'll get there.
Yeah, sooner or later I'll get it right.
Browbeat?
Browbeat.
Can you explain that a little bit more?
I can if you
One
want
day.
to.
Yeah,
Pick up precious
we're
airtime.
in the very beginning, so, the volume's going to be pretty decently high. I recorded this pretty high, so you could probably talk and people would hear.
Gotcha.
So,
as the titles play out here on Fables, Browbeat is a sense of intimidation or coercing somebody into action or saying, I'm gonna bully you, do what I say. Yarr. So I like to browbeat people also. I got a lot of shit in middle school over the condition of my brows. So it became a good little counter weapon.
I thought it had something to do with Latino women or something.
Latino, interesting. I'll have to ask you more about that later on.
Browbeat? How would that... I'm slightly confused on the Latino women segment here.
I just have a terrible mind.
I'll have some brown questions for you later.
The only thing that came to my mind when I heard beat was just, beating off. So back to the game, as you can see here.
It is pretty fluffy. You could probably manage that.
Yeah.
That's a fable.
It is pretty dark. So what we're doing is we're starting off the beginning of the game. This is your intro. You're playing what it said was your wolf Bigsby? Or Bigsby Wolf.
Hang on. This is a Telltale Games adaptation of the Fables comic books by Vertigo and the author whose names who I should remember but don't at the moment. Point being, Telltale can make linear experiences set in the universe of a certain series, for example, Borderlands, or Game of Thrones, or The Walking Dead. They make original stories, so this is a reflection of the world, but it is not one of the stories in Fables, and it's set to a certain time period. This is a in the middle of the action peak in a fantasy that involves fantastical creatures living among people in downtown Manhattan, who of course are trying to hide as best as they can from public scrutiny using various means. It is the blend of a realistic noir murder story, detective novel, and fantasy! Beautifully cel-shaded and full of interesting decisions.
So, you're going to come into one of the...
Mr. Toad.
Mr. Toad. You're coming into Mr. Toad. You're at a tenement building where all the Fables live right now. So, Mr. Toad
The
right
poor
now...
Fables. The
yes,
poor Fables.
Poor Fables. So, you're in a segregated tenement, was what I would say. The poor Fables live here.
Apartheid is strong here.
Yep. So there's multiple options in this game. Any Telltale game, you have a multiple choice, as you can see here. I kind of went between, depending on the character, a mix of being a dick, being really nice, or just not giving a fuck. Pretty much all three selections.
Were you taking medication in this game?
No.
And silence is a valid option.
Silence is a valid
I like
option.
to try to break some of these games by playing a mute character, and they often come up as a complete fucking psychopath, because in a situation of stress, like in The Walking Dead, Lee, do something! He just stares.
Like Nick Nolte.
Oh, it's the worst. Nick Nolte or
Gary Busey.
Gary can't keep his mouth shut to save his life. I don't think that would happen. But to underscore your point, Mr. Chucks, Bigby Wolf is the big bad wolf.
Yes.
The big bad wolf of legend.
Yes, of legend. He is of Little Red Riding Hood fame and of Three Little Pigs. So they are saying it's the same.
And more shit besides.
Yes, and more shit besides.
And this is the guy who is mean, rude, and crude. As a future story spoiler, he's actually, I believe he was paired up. His father is the North Wind, and his mother is a giant wolfess. And he is the runt of the litter.
His brothers are North Wind and Fire.
Earth,
Wind, and Fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire, yes, they formed a band. Yes. Well, there were other wolves that toddled off and did their own thing, but he was left behind to, oh, look, mafia. He was left behind because he was on the litter, and he did some mean shit. And now he is delegated as the sheriff of this community, because what else is he going to do? And,
a sheriff that works in a business office.
well,
yes.
To an extent. He's the enforcer, yeah. In a business office under somebody's supervision, which we'll see. And Mr. Toad is just a cockney tenant who is broke and poor and trying to do his best to keep things going along.
See, right there, I kind of would have felt better if he was just gave him the bird, like, fucker. So this game, this game is kind of more geared towards what we are. They're foul-mouthed, honest, and speak how normal people speak.
Here in Grime and Game, we're a bunch of cockney bastards without the accents.
Yeah, pretty much. So right now, we went up the stairs. We're going to go see what the trouble was. And as you can see, it was a loading screen. That fucking loading screen was causing all this trouble.
Yes.
So I like the aspect, because when I first played The Walking Dead Season 1, Part 1, I didn't quite get it.
What do you mean you didn't get it?
Like, it didn't really
Zombies over there, run.
Well, one, it's just the way it played to me for some reason was foreign, and it didn't feel fluid.
In this game, you'll see that there is a timing meter on your decisions. A lot of these games will not have that. You can pick whatever you like a lot of the time. This entry that is said to make it a little bit more game-malicious.
Oh, yeah.
So you have, oh no, abusing us with, oh wait, they're fables. They aren't people. This is okay, actually. Well, we don't know that. As far as we know, the lumberjack is beating up a lady of the night.
With
But
very hairy arms, only on one side of the arm.
Only one side.
And we just took a headbutt to the face, where I did at least.
Similar to Heavy Rain, we're about to have a punch-out that can end in any number of ways, but for the most part, it's going to be violent.
And yet, the guy could be bald and still have a lot of hair.
Yes.
That is kind of weird. Like, it's
He's
like
got
you.
a lot of hair on the head.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of hair on the,
He's going to remember that.
I mean,
Telltale games have a long-running tradition of foreshadowing your choices, saying so many ramifications could happen, but it's like, if you picture it as a cylinder, top and bottom of the story, the middle is fat, the top and bottom is pushed down. So it's going to begin the same way and end the same way, but
So I
somewhere in the
couldn't figure
middle.
out what the hell I had to do there, by the way. So what I did was I just for
Get-
about the first
get
couple
punched.
moments,
Get
I
punched.
get my ass kicked pretty bad. Like, what do I do? Okay, now I get the control. Oh wait, too late.
Mr.
Yeah.
Beaner?
So, Telltale Games.
Doesn't it?
It's coming to its height. There's a lot more games.
It's
Batman
past its
just
height,
dropped.
actually.
Yeah.
To the point where Telltale Games is at point of saturation. They're taking on more genres, but similar to the Lego games, if I say a Telltale
More-
game,
I
you
would
will
say
know what I mean.
More popular genres. Game of Thrones was like a 7, 8
More popular,
episodes.
more popular things. Not like I wouldn't
Yeah,
say
More
Sure.
genres.
popular items. I'm sorry.
Sure.
More popular
Well,
items.
did you know that this game actually did a complete Back to the Future game? Like a sequel in-universe game? Most don't because it was not exactly popular at the time. It released on the 360 PS3 generation, but while they did get to go, they got a very good sound alike from Marty McFly, and they had their own story to continue on. It just didn't catch with the audiences at the time, so it was very low exposure. If you like the producer, if you like the studio, you'll be able to come back and say, "Oh, great, I'm gonna play more of your games." But if you're going after a license, then you're saying, "Oh, another King of Thrones." I'm sorry, Game of Thrones game. Had a brain fart there.
I would like to see what they did with Batman. I haven't played it yet. I know it just recently dropped, so I
Do you enjoy blue balls?
depends on the situation. If it's in a masochistic way and I know it's coming, then yes, I would love to. But just in general, no.
I wanna
Then
see
you have to
Star
wait till it's
Wars.
done all the way. Star
I
Wars?
actually want to see. Okay, so,
So
now
I
from
thought
what
I
understand-
thought the Telltale Batman game was what they released on PC for Arkham Knight. I thought that was it.
They released the first episode and the second
Being a
episode.
smart ass, by the way.
Oh,
How shitty Arkham Knight was on PC. Just might as well call that.
still
it.
is.
Yeah, good
So,
point.
yeah, Batman.
Batman.
Yeah, Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Now, granted, all this is employed by LucasArts, if I'm
No.
correct.
No, Minecraft is owned by Microsoft.
Telltale Inc. is what I'm talking about.
Oh, Telltale Inc.
Really? I didn't think it was
Is
LucasArts.
so from what I understand, based out of California, the studio includes designers formerly employed. I'm sorry,
Formerly
by
employed.
LucasArts,
LucasArts can
among
make
many
games
others.
Sure.
Yeah, they closed their game division how many years ago? Right
Well,
before
LucasArts
they-
has been making adventure games since the middle 90s, I believe.
Best
But
Star Wars game, in my opinion.
Which
LucasArts.
Which one?
Star Wars game. The Star Wars game.
The Star Wars
the Star
game.
Wars.
For the 64,
Yes,
Star
the
Wars
Star
64 was the shit.
The-
No, I'm
the
talking
Star
about
Wars
PC. I'm
of-
talking about Star Wars
The Secret of Monkey Island.
Empire
colon Star
at
Wars.
War.
I like how they kind of
That
made
one,
fun
Star
of
Wars
themselves.
and
with
Same
that.
studio.
PC.
Same
that
release
is
studio, but-
LucasArts.
Yeah, but not the same designers.
Okay.
I promise you.
Okay.
They're doing this shit. So we're having a dispute over payment.
Yes.
Because the man needs to buy his own love. Unfortunately, nobody will have him as he is.
If I'm pretty sure right here, he is the woodsman from Little Red Riding Hood.
He is the woodsman.
Yes, so
But
we
that's
haven't
not Little
established
Red
that yet. That is not. We'll find out who that is later on. So right now, I think I chose to just yell "Hey" for some reason.
Hey!
Hey, I'm gonna kick your ass and pretend to and charge at each other.
Headbutt.
No,
To save
fuck.
time, the game will give you little verbal cues of what you might say, but not the exact specifics of what you say. And a couple of times through my playthrough, I was caught off guard based upon, oh, I didn't think I could take it that far. I just chose a mood.
So when you say yes, it's not an actual yes.
Oh, shit, yeah! I didn't mean to say shit, yeah.
I just meant yes.
Yeah,
There's
it's
a
not-
reason why I said
it said
just yes.
to tell, catch him in a lie, but you told him a cocksucker and told him to shove it up his ass. That wasn't what I meant. And how do you know that I caught him in a
That's
lie?
a couple notches too
And
far,
now I
though.
survived a 5-story fall, and I'm
So,
looking at a
How do you
frog.
like the cel-shaded style here? It's very color-saturated.
I actually like it myself.
Does it
I think
evoke the
it's
comic
very
books to you?
vibrant. It very.
In this aspect, I think that's pretty good. Batman, I think it's cool, but you hated Borderlands.
Did. That was just.
No, the
it was just
Borderlands
plain.
Telltale or
It's
Borderlands...
like, oh my, everything's tan, everything's desert. Holy smokes!
Well, again,
I want
because
red.
the color
You want red?
theme and selection of the palette are
Wasn't that kind
uniform,
of
but Telltale version of Borderlands, I think, has a lot more. This,
You're in
this-
space. That one, so it's more.
Cobra!
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry. Cobra.
You're in space, but you... I think the environments are better designed to be specifically looked at as opposed to the Borderlands usual. We're gonna have some brown plains and then cool set pieces throughout.
Just like you said in the beginning, this is more of a noir.
Sure.
So
yes.
you have darkness involved.
Yes. People smoke. There's gonna be deep pools of shadow. The music is gonna be sassy.
The color speaks to that.
Yes. Saturation. It's not black and white and red, but oh no, you done goofed, son.
By
Of course,
getting an axe in
everything.
the back of the dome.
Now, is this going to be a game where everything takes place at night?
No.
No,
There we go.
but
Most
no.
of this play will be through in the middle of the day.
Will I see a stripper?
You
No.
will probably see a stripper or two. You may even see some nudity.
Will she strip?
No.
No, that's not her place.
Basic
But
instinct.
right now we need to kind of think about this. The hero from Little Red Riding Hood just took an axe to the head, and now he's become abusive and a drunk.
And he's
Role
moving
reversal.
around with the axe in
Compared
his
to the-
head.
Yeah, Big Bad Wolf is now the hero.
I actually like that. It brings you into a whole new direction, a whole new imagination where you could never think of because you're just directed towards one story, reading the Fables. You learn, but then you don't think about, oh, holy smokes, this guy could be, more of a realism. Or like, oh, wow, he's at
Well, again, let's
he's
talk
in a
about how
motel.
there's an axe in my head.
Yeah.
So she mentions it right here that they can take a lot more damage than normal people can,
Yes.
and they can come back from it.
Because Fables don't really follow the same rules of reality. They can be destroyed, they can be killed, but as I've mentioned off camera, the Fables' power depends upon their knowledge among the people, similar to faith in deities.
Or He-Man.
Or He-Man, if they're granted the power by Grayskull.
It was
Mr.
easy to
Mr. Josh M. Grayskull.
It was easy to
Who
put
did
the axe in. But
Molar
yeah,
get his powers from, by the way?
Molar?
Yeah,
Canadian dentist? Attorney dentist.
Attorney dentist. You gave him dental floss and you gave me a fucking drill to the eye? What the hell, man?
Right now, I'm wondering, is it menthol or is it just a regular?
Why would
What
you...
would a Fable smoke? And is she a Fable? She might be just a person.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a bruised up.
Female, though, too. So think of statistics.
What do women of the inner city smoke?
Let us know in the comments. If you're an inner city woman, no matter what race, color, skin, height, weight, let us know what you smoke.
Okay, so, looking at this right now,
Yes.
you're looking at Homeboy, and I'm just going to call him Homeboy.
Sure.
Bigsby.
Big B.
Bigsby.
Biggs B. I swear,
Well, it's Bigby.
Bigby.
Big Bad Wolf.
Big Bad Wolf.
You sure about that?
Super sure.
I'm not. That's what I was asking.
No, I think I read about it. Big Bad Wolf.
Yes.
Big, yeah. So, I'm looking at him. He looks big and bad. You think the
He's got one hell of a power
artistic
bullet.
design, I mean, the scars. I'm seeing scars or wrinkles. What is that
Both.
on his forehead?
Both. He got clawed in the face, and he has those.
I'm
wrinkles.
looking at him. He's next to a very nice, pretty, young, size 1 woman, and yet this guy is scruffy, kind of like Sin City.
Yeah, very much so.
Rourke. So this guy is big bad. He has scars. He's been through battle.
Goldie.
wounds.
Her name was Goldie.
He is to present some sort of knight in shining armor
Not so much.
in a bad boy.
Because
way.
he barely accepts his position as somebody who is an enforcer of the law, considering he caused so much grief for the Fables before. This is the arrangement. He gets to keep a human glamour. He gets to move around the people and be part of better society, as opposed to being shipped off to where the non-human looking, or those who can afford a glamour Fables live.
The farm.
The farm, yes.
Which
Upstate New York.
Which I threatened Stode with. So if you were listening and we can't hear the audio right now, we can just see the gameplay. I threatened Toad at the beginning because he wasn't in human form. So you hear about the farm in the beginning, and there's another character coming
It
up.
just exists as the farm. You don't know what's going on. It's the farm. You don't want to go there, apparently.
It is.
Bigby is a very world-weary soul, as you will see. He wants to keep the peace, and that's as far as he gives a shit.
It's Orson. What is it? Orson Welles? Not Orson Welles. Who did Animal Farm?
George Orwell.
George Orwell. Thank you. I had Orwell in my head.
You gave her some. You gave her money so you could get some.
No, you give her money because she needs it.
Listen, he's been around long enough where it just doesn't interest him anymore.
Yeah.
He's done some interesting things.
Yep.
Apparently, once he ran off to fight in World War II and came back, just on the sly, like shh.
So he's Wolverine. That's what we find.
In a
out.
lot of ways, he is very. He's
Except not
Wolverine
Canadian.
should be. He is Logan. Why can't you be Bigby?
I have to go drop off.
And he's actually fairly short too. Like
is.
yeah, he's slabby, but and he won't stop smoking. And the if I remember correctly, he smokes a very disgusting and pungent form of cigarette because it's the only thing that keeps the smell of the city out of his nose as much as it can because he smells everything constantly. Super dog. So he just lights up. He chain smokes all the fucking time because otherwise he just goes a little bit insane.
Yeah. So right here, I'm.
What you really think.
Looks like you kind of set him up as a flirtatious way. I wasn't trying to. I thought it might be a dick move, like tell me what you really think in a dick way. No, he was more flirtatious, like okay, it's like
Well, he's a hound dog in a sense,
Yeah.
so you can definitely have him try. But he has his eyes firmly set on someone else.
Now, from what I understand, Big B Wolf is played by Adam Harrington,
Harrington. Yeah.
which not many people know, but is an actor, a voice actor, I should say.
What's
out
something
of
notable
San
that Adam's
Francisco.
done?
Of course, I can't hear the audio play, so I don't
else has he
exactly
done?
know the tough. I want the audio. How much does
Picture
the audio,
Steve
the
Bloom.
sound, bring to his character's persona?
Gravelly, deep, somewhere between, let's see, Jeff Bridges and Jeff Bridges.
I don't hear him coughing
what's
up a
Jeff
lung.
Bridges? Are we talking Jeff Bridges in True Grit or Jeff Bridges the dude?
Tron.
Ooh, true.
Tron.
Tron.
Yeah, man, you know.
One of the best lines of all time. Arm yourselves, you sons of bitches. And hearing Jeff Bridges do it, you're just like, that's awesome. The guy who was the Big Lebowski just told a bunch of people to arm themselves.
Sam Elliott, prepare to defend yourselves, men. We were soldiers. Sam Elliott, I
Sam
had a
Elliott.
great voice.
He does. He's a really good actor. I enjoy Sam Elliott.
You have that Wild West bad boy attitude.
And look,
Sam Elliott.
You said Sam
Clint
Elliott, I
Eastwood.
pictured Sam Neill.
Jurassic Park.
it's not as bad as the other video where you said Martin Sheen, and I thought Martin Short. They're, at least they're nowhere near close to the same ballpark.
I think there's a lot of legs to be had in transposing actors' personalities and faces. Just saying, okay, this is your role now. Somebody else. This is you. You share a first name. You do this now.
His voice in the character who plays him sounds very similar to somebody. I'll play the audio later on, and we'll find the character that I'm talking about. And I had his name when I thought about it, but right now, not hearing the audio.
is where the rich fables live.
Yeah,
Not all of them, but some.
No.
Well, he did play in Godfather, the same character as Bigby here. Played
So
in
the
Godfather.
wolf was in Godfather. That is pretty
Yes.
awesome.
No, he was there, definitely.
He was, yeah. Was
And
he the guy with the piano wire?
my favorite game. He was one of the characters. Star Trek Online, apparently.
And what was he there? Was he Worf?
Klingon.
He was.
He was the whole race of the Klingons.
He played 4 characters that are basically meaningless.
Oh, quest givers. Gotcha.
And Back to the
Bill
Future
Willingham.
game. By the
Bill
way.
Willingham. Yes.
Will you join me in a laugh at laughing at Captain Worf's head because it looks like a fanny?
Yeah, I get into that.
Oh.
Oh, right then. Here we go. Commander Worf's head looks like a fanny. Oh, you guys can suck my riches.
Can I hang my coat on that head? Enough for Adam Harrington. You got your 10 seconds.
Got an hour of paper.
He kind of reminds me
Already had to
of
deal with one asshole.
Constantine
Just
in aspects.
Keanu Reeves?
No,
Well, I
not
mean-
that Constantine.
I have
The comic book
I have
character,
no
yes,
problem
based
with
on-
that Constantine. I'm
Yeah.
okay with Keanu as Constantine. I understand that John Constantine the Hellblazer is a completely different character. I get that. Chaz is even better in the comics, but I'm okay with Shia LaBeouf getting pulped. Who is that lady? Who is that pretty lady?
Is that Snow White?
No, that's Beauty.
It's beauty.
Does Snow White end up with a meth pipe in this game?
I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet. I played an hour and 15 minutes, and I think I got into
She
chapter
does
2.
not. However, it could be a fun headcanon situation. Because Snow White is a fairly responsible lady. There's a lot on her mind, and just sometimes you gotta unwind and smoke crack casually.
Is she blonde in this game?
She is not.
No.
That is great. That's what keeps me going.
Yes.
The
When
imagination.
you see her, it'll
the-
keep you going too.
Something I never thought of
Beauty?
when I read
She's
the film.
actually a short, fat Latina woman.
that is what I want to see.
Name Browbeat.
With the skirt, hoop earrings.
Oh yeah, huge,
Okay.
long fingernails.
Great,
And
great.
here at
Stabbing
Grime and
someone?
Game, we solicit. Oh, well, yeah, we do solicit to stereotypes here.
We do. We encourage them, we uphold them, and if we can use one, god damn, we're gonna sneak one in there.
Yes. All right, so right here, I made the choice of telling her I really didn't give a damn what's going on. It was none of my business.
Beauty is a character that I have a hard time with, but I get why she's written this way. Beauty is simply a fable who's always been a person. She's always been a spoiled girl who is married to a prince who has a skin condition, shall we say.
The what is the condition called where you grow hair all over your body? Alex,
that
or
one Mexican
Coinbeener.
Yeah, ask the guy with no hair. That's
Yeah.
outstanding.
Go, you got the phone on. Go. I can't remember
Now,
what it is.
I forget why, but this man here, the one with the feet in the desk, our friend from the show, Aaron Akbar, had said to me a long time ago, this guy's awesome and you'll see why. And I read the comic books and it was pretty awesome, but I can't remember exactly why. But the Watchman sleeping is pretty damn cool.
Alopecia areata.
Say that 5 times fast.
Alopecia areata.
I may be saying, I know it's alopecia, but I don't know that it's areata, areolas, something like that.
Hairy areolas.
Okay, so would it be, if I didn't grow any hair down there, would it just be alopecia groinus?
I'm not in the profession. I can
Beast
barely say
glue.
that fucking word.
Jack
besides
Horner.
alopecia.
Jack Horner, you son of a bitch. Jack Horner is one of the most powerful fables.
Jack Horner?
Jack Horner.
The fuck is he from?
Jack in Jail, Jack in the Beanstalk, Jack in
Jack.
all the things. Jack,
Oh. There's a lot
Jack
of
in the
Jacks.
comic books is a .com scam artist. Jack was in Hollywood. Jack was a lot of things because Jack looks like a person, like a
Was
like
he
a
Mihawk
beautiful
though, at
flat
any
boy.
point?
Mihawk?
Yes.
Oh, yes, briefly for a second. Hey, look at this man. Look
For
at
a
that.
second, he had
That's
his time
Beast.
period.
That is Beast, by
That
the
is
way.
Beast.
He looks exactly the same as him, just taller and more built.
Exactly. Do you think Do you think there's a reason for that?
Haven't seen.
Because he's an animal type character is what I'm assuming.
Glamour.
Ah.
Damn it.
So they all look the same in some
They
aspects.
don't have to, but they all look like ruggedly handsome, basically.
Gotcha.
The beautiful thing here is that Jack, Big B and Jack have a lot of history together, and Jack is known as Jack as the Giant Slayer because he effectively exterminated the giants because he just got to buck up his ass one day to do so. Jack does what Jack wants, and Jack is virtually indestructible. So all Big B can do is to try to keep him out of trouble. Is just like to confine him all the time. In fact, there's I forget his name, but there's a guy who works as a janitor here who just, I think he gets in trouble all the time because he's a little bit slow, soft in the head. So Big B gives him a job to do and pays him barely anything, but for the character's benefit. Otherwise, he gets up into trouble. So this man keeps the peace the best way how. Not always the cleanest way, but he does take care of the community. But he has more in common with animals than anybody else, of course.
So I do like how they did the water animation there. It's kind of neat. I looked at that for a bit. Like, that's kind of neat looking how they did that, the way it was
You know,
done.
one actually, okay, for scenery, the one thing I don't like, and it is a noir, but why in a metropolitan city? Why in a scene of like New York City?
Because
even
people
though it's
are
called
everywhere.
Fabletown?
Hide among the people.
Civilization.
And in part because a lot of the buildings here initially were based upon occult purposes. So they had a tap. They have a safe haven here. Other places around the world as well.
Why
The
not
Fables,
Bangladesh?
Probably there too, depending on the fables.
Nope.
If you read the greater history, that there were many fable lands and they were mostly exiled because the enemy was coming. And the enemy was a particular genre of fables who said, I'm going to unify the shit under one banner. We have 17 ways of writing this word. I'm going to make one. I'm going to be the Qin Emperor. I'm going to unify all of this and you are coming with me. Very Mordor-esque. And the fables said, I'm leaving. But there is plenty of history about how they fought together in medieval ramparts, trying to keep the enemy at bay and preserving their champions.
So, how many deputies does the sheriff of Fabletown have?
As many as the plot requires at a given time. Right now, 0. But he can deputize just about anyone. Usually Little Boy Blue. Little Boy Blue is a bit of a bamf.
I haven't met him yet, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. We will not meet any... You've pretty much met the extent of characters. You're going to meet 3 more characters.
How long
Pokemon.
do you think the actual
Hey, it's
game
Colin!
is?
The actual game? Don't know. A couple hours, I'm hoping.
More than this. The game is, I think, 6 episodes long? 5 or
I mean, there's
6?
chapters in each one.
Chapters, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're probably 2 or 3 hours each. So I would say, generally speaking, 10, 12 hours game.
That's what a couple hours. That's what I meant. Like, enough.
2 is 12, is what you're saying.
Yeah. To me, because once again, I'm from the South. We can't do math unless we have our toes and fingers out.
Mason Dixon ass motherfucker.
Yeah. Or our teeth fall out and we can use those as extras.
Let's use the pig.
But
Who
yeah,
is Colin, do you think?
Have no idea.
he's one of the 3 little pigs.
Yeah.
That's right.
He's the bum one.
Yep. Because you'll find out here, and if you watch the audio, and the audio is loud enough, he tells him, "Hey, you blew my house down. You owe me." Mm-hmm. Like,
Well, he's like the asshole who extorts you. It's like, hey man, the thing you did when we were teenagers is still fucked up, man. You owe me.
You could have just given him the swine flu. What the
Thanks.
heck?
Can't.
Couple thousand
Too-
more
too strong.
years, we'll be even on that house.
He's like, he no human.
This is
Things
can't keep sneaking up.
happen for Colin in this game. Way more things happen to Colin in the comic books, and it is a little messed up.
I didn't escape out of the
Does he get
homelands to
raped?
end up in some prison,
Deliverance?
okay?
To an extent,
Don't
yes.
send me
yeah,
back.
what was the guy who got raped? He turns into
what
him.
it's like.
It was the opposite version in this. He got turned into that character. Like, damn it.
Minor spoiler?
Yeah.
Beheading.
Oh, he gets beheaded.
But he doesn't die.
Ooh,
That for me.
So Colin gets to live on, in a sense, as a head and a
The
stick.
house didn't blow
So
itself.
no
that
bacon.
sucks.
Yeah.
That's
There
all.
is a
So-
plot line in the farm, and it's some good
Now, I'm not
shit.
saying it's
So
reasonable
I am
for you
close
to
to, as it's saying, it's almost like,
definitely
because he mentions right through here in a little bit, you don't know how it's like at the farm. The farm is messed up.
You don't know. And what they're alluding to primarily is that there is an activist in the farm. I should remember who it is, but it's another fable that basically she gets around because she gets like basically communist dogma from somebody. It says that's a good thing. We should run with that. The party of fables because we can run this better as a commune. But she's just an ambitious political animal who keeps trying to get in their way. And
So
That's
pretty
so
much
much
it is like Orwell's Animal Farm in aspect.
strongly so.
Okay.
Yes,
Sad asshole.
where the non-human-looking fables band together to oppress them.
How does he keep
Because
that
if it was like
cigarette?
Orson Welles' Animal
Skill.
Farm, there'd be aliens. and-
Decades, centuries of smoking.
So imagine the job power he has. I
A
mean,
lot
you
of
just-
people.
I know what you're thinking, and yes, you would have an awesome
We were
time.
all supposed to have
Okay.
a fresh start here.
Just tell them a joke.
Well, you can't
Bacon.
Put your thumbs in the nostrils. See what we can do for you.
Come here, bacon.
look.
So
I'm
it's,
saying
it's
fair.
not to make a pun here, but the pig's talking to a pig.
Scared.
Nah.
mean,
I don't know if you get the cop joke there.
How come the pig has
barely
more
a
wrinkles
cop joke.
than the other
Yeah.
pig?
So what?
How come the pig has more wrinkles than
Well,
the
all
other
he does is lay around.
All right. I'm sure you
Oh, we're talking about the pig.
Isn't there
instead
a
of the pig.
lifespan here?
Gotcha. No,
No.
Colin's a fable. Colin
they
is not a
can't
piggy
really
pig.
die.
That's right.
Well, they can if they're
How do they
forgotten.
build a house without imposable thumbs?
Other fables built the farm.
Imposable thumbs.
Implodable thumbs.
They hire Mexicans.
They did.
That's why it came
You've heard
down.
of Pedro Negro, right? Pedro Negro is a fable.
You try keeping a bunch of fables from killing each other. How do you think
So this is you coming
works?
back into your shitty little apartment. He keeps the smallest apartment he can in the fable lands.
Yep, they mentioned that. That was brought up.
Because he's a self-hating Jew is what he is.
That shit in front of people.
Exactly.
It's embarrassing.
So we're getting to the part here where the plot's going to thicken here in a second. You're going to hear a knock here in about a couple seconds, and his face is going to light up because he's expecting the woman that was getting beat on to be there. But something's
Not
gonna happen.
There was a
getting
girl.
I don't actually.
Who did you see downstairs, huh? Say nothing. Oh, you're gonna stare me down. I think my first my playthrough, I did in fact play the Silent Bigby, and that was a semi-rewarding experience. Not very good.
I just told him I met a girl, and he was like, "Yeah, you don't know her name."
You can play around any way you want to, but if you do stay to a particular type of character throughout, like not explicitly always press X, but if you want to, you can, and it's generally rewarding.
So if you
Why?
played different
Why?
than what we did,
Writing.
in
Writing
this
differences.
in this aspect, it stopped Mafia 3. Your game is possessed, by the way.
Colin,
If you played different than us, let us know what you did and how your story ended up.
Please,
once we get-
there's a lot of gaps we'll recover here. We're doing a slapshot way of this, and we may get a more cohesive sense of what we want to accomplish as we go through this.
But
It may
there's
just be a
so
train wreck.
many. There's just so many things that we would cover that we could choose differently because in a game that's linear like Resident Evil, you can't veer off the plot. You can't pick a different thing and it changes anything.
That's
But
what
on
I like it
this,
some. You could change your character by. Is
and,
that
and this one is depending on what you pick, your character and your plot will change. Like right there, I could have been a dick and just taken a drink.
You could have. Why didn't you?
I wanted to see.
Dick.
I knew later on if I needed help with something. I'm assuming these characters.
You're hoping.
I'm hoping.
But Colin is that one roommate.
Well, I know.
Colin is the one who asks for everything and gives back nothing. Colin's
bet.
all talk. Like, hey, well, I thought we were cool, man.
He
What do you
can't
mean
even
want
do the
rent
dishes.
again?
I know. Once again, he doesn't have.
He can. He licks the dishes.
Opposable thumbs. But
Just
that was the
eat
whole
'em.
point. Was that I wanted to see what happened with certain characters. Like if I needed help later on, what I was going to do.
You mean you're burning your bridges?
No, not yet. I came close. I came very close to just beating the shit out of Mr. Toad later on in this video. Yeah,
It's allowed.
yeah, it is. Actually, no. It's the second video we'll be doing, and I'm terribly
second
sorry to spoil a second video of this.
That is.
That is
That
Snow
is.
White.
What?
Can you stay about the frost flakes, little snowflakes over in her
I don't know
She's
about
the
you.
secretary.
I'm a little bit more. Yeah, she works with the mayor, the interim mayor.
She
in
is, yeah, Ichabod Crane, who is from anybody?
Sleepy Hollow.
Ta-da!
Yes,
Happy
that is
birthday.
right. Off of, he's actually in one of the characters in the new Sleepy Hollow movie that Fox does.
It's a
I'm sorry,
show.
Movie show.
That
Fun
ended,
fact: Jeff
I believe.
Goldblum played actually Ichabod Crane in a very
Oh,
shitty
did he?
version of
It's
Sleepy
very
Hollow.
interesting. It's very interesting. Ichabod Crane, the man who lived in the Sleepy Hollow with a horse, the horseman dude, the pumpkin head.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
indeed.
that's really good. That's
Very
good.
fascinating.
Yeah. Fascinating.
Indeed,
fascinating.
indeed.
It's
Yes,
so interesting.
yes,
yeah.
Jeff Goldblum.
So, how does it apply to the chaos theory? Sorry, knocked us all off track here. It's like Jeff stepped in the room.
So,
There's a
the
jacket.
plot is about to thicken extremely right here. What is under that jacket? Or
under the jacket? What's under the
what's in the box, man? We're kind of like spoiling stuff here, but So,
Pretty little head of lettuce.
indeed. Several bad puns later.
Should I look under? Should I not look under?
Oh, well,
Yeah.
you do it.
Yep. What's going to
Can I
happen?
just go to sleep?
Let's see what happens. What happens?
Guess
and
who-
guess who it is? It's a dead person. It's the dead hooker.
Oh, the one he wanted to have sex with just 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, because he was super
Alright.
excited, hoping she was at the door instead of
And
Snow
then
White.
another brunette chick comes at the door, very hot, and he's yet not excited.
No, again, you don't understand. It's just he's very old. He's a very old man. He's mostly past
He
it at this
doesn't
point.
care.
I like how it's like it's a working girl, then it's a prostitute. What's the difference? You know what they
Work
mean by
ethic.
working girl.
No,
Okay, okay.
work ethic. It makes a difference.
Yes, yes.
Oh, she'll get that
Some
elbow
just-
into that hand job. Is what you're
Okay,
saying.
some just show up for work, and others give it their all.
They're
you know?
call girls.
You don't think
If they're dead, then they're hookers.
True. There are no living hookers.
Good point. God, we're going
Schrodinger's
to hell.
hooker, dead and undead at the same time.
I did.
That's a Telltale game I want.
Until you open up the couch cushions, you don't know which one it is. Just leave it there.
So right now we're getting more into the. This is what I kind of enjoyed. It starts to make you, because you're the cop, you have to investigate certain things, and I kind of enjoyed that. It's like, oh, I'm finally
Investigation light, but yes,
Yeah.
you actually get to perform some forensic work. Or sort of ask me, did you kill the hooker? No? Okay. Did you kill the hooker? No? Okay. Did you kill the hooker? None of these people killed the hooker.
CSI Miami, all over. I
Yes.
love that.
getting, except there's no screaming with sunglasses being
Or
put
sunglasses, yeah.
Don't have much time. People will be coming through.
on. Great if he did that right there.
He
Like, there's
kind
a
of has
dead
that
girl.
look. I mean, I don't know. He does have that Horatio look to him. I'm just waiting for the sunglasses, the shades. Just
Is
to
that
pop
is
up.
that the character's name or the actual person? The actor's
No,
name?
no, that's a character's name.
I
Horatio.
can't remember his real life name, but the
Dig
only thing I
around that
remember.
head. You gotta open up pieces and see what's there.
Caruso. That's who it is. It's something Caruso.
Robin Crusoe.
I don't think
Open
it's
the
Robin
mouth.
Caruso.
What's there?
But what I was going to say is the only thing I remember him from besides CSI Miami, Rainbow. He gets smacked in the legs with spikes.
Really?
Yeah,
Which Rambo?
first blood.
And
Which I don't make
Blue.
any sense. Why is it called First Blood and then the second one's called First Blood Part 2? Technically, wouldn't it be Second Blood?
No.
This is
Still First World Part 2.
it's just the same book or same movie going on. Like,
Yes. Same movie.
same movie.
David Caruso, who also played in quite a few things. NYPD Blue was one of them.
No one cares about him.
Rambo, Proof
No one
of
cares.
Life. I don't know. He has that look. He's the William Shatner side of him.
Except he hasn't had his face turned into a Halloween mask yet, so he can go shove it.
When David Caruso
Shut
dies,
it,
I'm
David
sure
Caruso.
his body will be committed to a tomb, and the tomb will be broken open, and his face will be taken specifically to fulfill this gag.
And you could play a Fable movie later on.
So back to the game here.
We went poking around her head, and we found a ring.
We found a ring in her throat. We pulled out a little ribbon, found a ring in her throat. It's going to be pivotal later on in the game. So right now he's trying to. I guess they're both trying to.
We have to realize that there's a dead Fable on our porch. This doesn't happen very often.
It hasn't
Fables
happened in
don't
5 years, I
normally-
think, is what they said. The last one happened 5 years
Fable
ago.
head.
A Fable head.
Where's the rest of the body?
Still
Good
warm for a
question.
couple hours. So I hate to say that.
Still at work, is what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, she's still earning some money.
Okay.
I'm going to hell for that joke.
And you're all coming with me.
Indeed.
No, we didn't laugh at the dead Jesus bit.
Okay, so he's walking around his place to find
Well, the place.
The place.
The metropolitan area tenement building. Yes.
because he has a pig living with him.
Yes.
How did
And
the pig get in? Once again, this pig does not have
There's an
opposable
elevator.
just
thumbs.
stays there.
How did he
He
get up
was
the
let him-
elevator?
It's on welfare.
Not by himself. Come on.
Well, clearly
brought
someone
there.
noticed a pig walking down Manhattan,
It's
going into a building, then going up an
It was
elevator.
brought in a truck, up to the courtyard gate, and led in without any questions.
Yes, and he stays there because he's on welfare.
People
he gets
assumed
food
it was
delivered.
a party favor. They didn't ask any questions.
I'm just trying to make sure that we're all on the same page here. Certain things that you got to question in video games, and this is one of them.
You're saying people in Manhattan don't know what a donkey show is?
Oh, no, they know what a donkey show is, but I don't think they've ever seen a pig show, a talking pig show.
That would be a great picture.
They saw the pig.
Well, they have Broadway,
They
so
put
never mind.
2 and 2 together. They were really excited, but they weren't invited to the show, so they just assumed it was part of a society higher than theirs. That's all.
Did you not check the trash can?
He did.
I did.
I-
There was a person there. Yep, but it's not unusual. It's Manhattan. That happens all the
You
time.
just didn't pay attention. You were just stuck in your phone, man.
I'm like, I saw the trash can, I saw the option, and then that was it. Like, wow.
You can look at, touch, taste, smear in your face.
Is it ketchup?
And again, when he's investigating, he's not smoking. Haha.
Yep.
The
He
comic
mentions-
books make a much greater emphasis on just always puffing away. He huffs and puffs.
Yes, I want smoke. I want darkness in the background and smoke just flying out, like Sin City. Great graphic novels, straight, thick graphic novel.
Yes.
Frank Miller, really great.
Unbelievably great. He brings you into it.
But historically inaccurate in some of his stuff. So
Sure. 1776. It ain't accurate, but it'll blow your fucking mind.
Call it alternative history then.
we will
We talked about
because
this.
yes,
Do you have any
we will.
idea
We'll definitely do
what's
that.
going
So right here we're going to.
This is the beginning.
It is the very beginning. We're gonna, like I said, the plot thickens here. Well, the plot is already thickened. It's just a head there. So you just kind of, I just kind
And you
of
can't let
left.
the other Fables know, because nobody really wants to see this. So the inner circle of administration is aware that there's a
on?
problem.
Mayor.
So what do we got to do? We got to go to the books.
Indeed.
Why the books? Well, because the Fables that we know are a bastardization of their actual history. So they do have some manuscripts that do give you the connections and the tales and who's what and what and how.
I'm sure he
Also, there is something of a database. It is, as we'll see, I think, towards the end of the video. It's the mirror.
So what kind of attitude do you show
Just don't want
towards
him interfering.
Snow White?
Kindness.
In the
I
this,
did. In this one, in my playthrough, I showed kindness. Now, if someone was a dick to her, or someone was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be mediocre, iffy."
Bigby is super into her though.
Yeah.
Like he wants to get with that, and she's like, no, this is not gonna happen. And he knows it, but he keeps on hoping. So kindness is more likely for the written character. But in the game, there's other options like, yeah, you don't like me anyway, so yeah.
Okay, so far as seen, very little policing for a sheriff.
Yeah.
And a lot more I'm walking
Well, he
around
beat
with a
up the
boner
lumberjack.
and a pig as a roommate.
Yes.
Well, technically, the
We are
pig's
in the
not.
beginning.
He doesn't have a pig as a roommate because no one can know because he can't be breaking the law and not sending an animal back to the farm.
Hey, look at this guy. He's got a beef with Bigby.
He does, and I don't know who he is yet.
That's Grendel.
Grendel? Oh,
Grendel.
from Beowulf?
Yeah.
Oh,
What do
wow.
you suppose happens to him?
Gets his arm ripped off and shoved up his ass.
Smokes
Pretty
my.
much. It doesn't have to happen that way, but it pretty much fucking happens that way.
Does Beowulf do it?
No, Bigby Wolf does it.
Even better.
Spoiler!
So, right there, that ugly-looking character that looks like the little dwarf from Harry Potter would be Ichabod Crane.
Yeah, he looks like an administrator.
Yeah, you know what I was talking about.
With the
Yeah, Dobby.
Not Dobby, the bankers.
Dobby. Yes, the Gringotts goblins.
Yeah, I don't read Harry Potter or watch the movies.
You have a child, why don't you?
Because that's her mom's
I
job.
brought you snooze as soon as I could.
Well,
Yes.
she does read better than you.
She does. So, I kind of wanted to, I was going to be a dick to this guy, and that was the one thing, but I don't like how they stop you. Like, no, wait, you can't do this because the plot will not be able to thicken if you get fired on your first
Well, we didn't
first
appreciate
chapter.
that.
Because right here, in a
There
few
is
seconds,
a administrator that does run Fabletown, but he's away.
yeah,
Naturally.
it's King Cole.
King Cole.
Nat
Nat King
King
Cole,
Cole.
precisely.
Yes.
So Ichabod has got a lot of pressure, and he doesn't really want this job, but he has the temporary power, and he's running it as best as you think. Oh man, what's his name? I forgot the monkey's name.
Biscuit, starts with a B.
Blumpkin?
Bubbles. They used
Oh.
Michael Jackson's. That's right, Bubbles.
So he's one of the flying monkeys from the Wizard of Oz.
That's what I thought.
Yes, and he gets shit faced all the time.
Oh yeah, you'll see that in a second.
Buffkin, that's it.
Yes?
You say Bumpkin?
Buffkin.
Okay, that's right, Buffkin.
Buffkin.
Where's Bluebeard in this?
Oh, he will show up and you will not enjoy him. Or maybe you will. You may be hard for him, to be honest with you. He is just a fucking yes.
that
But
is-
well deserved. Because Bluebeard is bankrolling Fabletown. Bluebeard was the guy
What
who
is
got
he from, though?
Great question. I think I've
A
found
French
out about it.
folktale, actually, of White Dove
We'll get on it right away.
and Fitcher's Bird, also called Fowler's Fowl.
Fowler's Fowl. So Bluebeard is a aristocrat. He's a pirate. He's wealthy, and he knows it. And basically, the mayor's like, "Hey, I need some more of your cash to keep this going." So he feels super entitled to how things get run because he's physically he's invested in Fabletown, and he's gunning for top chair because, well, why not?
Oh, Crane doesn't
Him
like
and
smoking.
So
him and
he's-
Big B get at odds.
So he's like how we mentioned on our podcast.
Smoke
He's
away.
kind of like the political poor dancers. He's putting money into the G-strings of the politicians.
So
He
that's
is shooting
almost-
gold bars through the G string, clanking on the stage, and then staring at you, so you put it back.
Which in his actual folktale character is violent, a very violent nobleman, French nobleman, of course, because that's where it transpired from, who has a habit of murdering his wives.
Yes, this is mentioned here. I don't know in the game, but definitely in the.
There's the monkey.
Buffkin.
Almost like Chronicles of Narnia.
This early?
Yes.
Where did you get
No, for real, because he does try to get women, and they're like, "Oh my God, Mr. Bluebeard," and I was going, "Don't do it, don't
Wizard
go
of
with him."
Oz, I guess. Too.
So because
We
he
just
is in the
mentioned
habit
that. You were-
of killing his
Yeah.
wives,
You were about 4 minutes late to that, Smalls.
Yes, a little slow there. I blame the whiskey on that one.
alcohol.
I don't like the eyes. They have.
It's okay that he doesn't like
rainy
you
eyes.
either.
Don't like the green.
Fine, Buffkin.
I should have clicked "fuck off" for some reason. I
You
regret
should've.
that now, but I just put "I'm fine," and it's like, what the fuck is this monkey gonna do for me later on?
He's really
Buffkin?
going to remember that.
He's
Buffkin.
gonna get
Pumpkins.
drunk.
Blumpkins.
Yeah, pumpkins.
the first
Are you having a difficulty, sir? Are you hearing a word and saying something else back? Do you need help? Blink once for yes.
he knows the
Blink twice for yes.
Why is he flying around?
information on
I
her.
can tell you. I'm just going to follow you.
We'll
Okay.
at least be
Well,
able to
his
get
job is,
the
hey, Buffkin, give me these books. Okay, I'm on
Yeah, she
it.
sent him to go get books, and we're gonna go talk to the that.
We're gonna
and
try.
then he's gonna go rub something real quick. The
Let's go
Big
rub
B is
one
gonna
in
go
the
rub
mirror.
one out
Let me know if
on
you
a
need
lamp.
anything.
Doo-doo.
In front of the mirror. I think that mirror.
He is. He's gonna do it right in front of that
Hey,
mirror.
maybe
See,
I
he's
could
about
get
to
a
grab
genie.
this lamp and rub one out.
Do I get a genie out of this?
Chugga,
No.
chugga, chugga, chugga. Long gone.
No, Gene's not there.
Rejected.
Let me go talk to this mirror.
Let me look at my beautiful self and scars all over my
magic
face
mirror.
with my
I got
hair.
a question.
There are laugh lines, sir,
Hey, big ugly face. What's he saying to me?
for the subsequent entries. I think you may want to turn on subtitles.
That is a well-known fact now that we that I know. So we know what the hell's going on here.
Mirror, mirror.
Because the mirror is making a big point of talking in rhyme, and Bigby's like, "Just fucking cut the shit. Tell me the thing. You have to follow the rules, man. I'm not gonna encourage you. Just tell me the thing.
There's no education system in Fabletown. Please explain more.
You know the rules. You have been around."
No. I could live for
Fable
this
do
one
you
here.
wish to know?
You are an idiot. Please cut your hair for once.
He does have a power mullet. I think that's what gives him his powers. Is that mullet?
The Samson mullet?
Oh yes.
Yes.
I am Tom Cruise with long hair.
So as you can see,
Cruise.
the woodsman is fine now. The axe is no longer in his head. And he's
Fine
stumbled-
is, I think, an overestimation. He's barely staggering around.
I'm sorry, Bigby. I can only show you what can be seen.
So I
Show me
take
somebody
the
else.
Buffkin. I do Buffkin. No, I do Snow, which is pointless because she's right there. I don't know why I did that.
Show me snow. Yeah. Keep showing me snow. Keep showing me snow.
Say that. Can you
Big
zoom
man,
in?
I'm not comfortable doing this. No, I'm not doing it.
I need you to catch this on your ear real quick for me. I don't want to clean up.
Hey,
Oh,
Buffkin, get the
Alcoholic
fucking
monkey.
book.
Yeah, where's my book?
Oh
Why are you
right.
drinking?
It's all he does. He's
know,
traumatized from his days in the service.
Indeed.
Until you
So, right here, pretty much, you don't know her name. So this was the whole point of coming here. You're trying to find some way of finding her name.
You have to say her name in a way that rhymes. I can't do that. Show me the one who killed the chick with the purple ribbon. No. No, no, no. No, 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 no.
All right.
I like the old phone.
Blumpkins pulls the phone. Our phone. Blumpkin.
You're having a serious problem with that.
Oh no! Do you know what a Blumpkin is, sir?
No.
A Blumpkin.
Well, I'm sure
you know what?
about
This isn't even YouTube
Sorry.
accessible. You're gonna have to pay for this. This is R-rated.
Yes, please send money.
On our Patreon page,
Yes.
for $1 a month, you can know what the bumpkin is. I'll put down my buck right now.
Yeah. So we're getting to the end of this, guys. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna wind this down a little bit, and on the next episode of this, we'll learn out who the girl is, what her name is.
Well, we're gonna do some research. We're gonna touch all the objects, look at all the things, and see how much we can come up with.
And watch Bigsby follow the clues.
Read the tarot.
Yep.
Or Crane's whereabouts.
Buffkin. Buffkin. Buffkin!
So for Grindman Game, I'm Nutchucks.
I am Coinbeener.
And I'm Browbeat.
You guys have a great and wonderful day, and you guys enjoy the last couple seconds of this.
Please do not have nightmares.
We'll see
And
you
sue
next
us.
time.